Hi, welcome to Stamp with Ginny. Today I'm going to show you how I created this great little file folder card using our envelope punch board. It's quick and easy to do once you know the trick, and it's a lot of fun. So let me set this aside and I'll show you how I began. Okay, I've got a piece of crushed curry cardstock here that measures 5.5 by 8.5, and I've scored it at the 4 1/4 inch mark. On the inside of my card I've added this little piece of sweater weather designer series paper, and it measures 1 1/4 by 5.5 inches. On the outside of my card front I've added 2 more pieces of the sweater weather designer series paper. This first one measures 2.5 by 5.5, and this top piece here measures 1 3/4 by 5.5. And I've put the designer series paper on it first because it's much better when you are adding these little tabs, so that the designer series paper is where it needs to be. That way you can cut them both at the same time. Now I'm going to get my envelope punch board out, and I'm going to line this piece of cardstock up against the edge of my punch, right here where the plastic meets the board. I hope you can see that. And I want that to just be touching this edge. Once I've got it lined up where I'd like it, I'm going to punch, and then I'm going to slide this piece over until it hits the 3 inch mark and punch again. Now that I've got my card front done, I'm going to work on this side of the card, the inside tab, and I want the tab to be on this side. And just to make things a little simpler, I like to turn it over and do the same exact process on this side. So I'm going to punch the first time on that edge, lining it up with the plastic, and then again at the 3 inch mark. And now I'm done with my 2 tabs and my envelope punch board. So the next step is to use our personal trimmer. And I'm going to take my personal trimmer and I'm going to line my cardstock up against this little groove here on the personal trimmer, just so that I can see the tip of it. I'm going to take my cutting blade and I'm going to slide it till I hit that little divot and the cardstock gives to cut off that little flap. And then I'm going to repeat that process on the card front by taking my cutting blade and once again sliding it up after I've lined it up on that little groove until I've hit that divot. You might find that you need to add a little extra pressure because you're going through a piece of cardstock and designer series paper. And now I'm ready to fold and crease my cardstock using my bone folder, and I'm ready to decorate it the way I'd like to. So let me show you what I've done. Okay, to complete this card, I've taken some of our natural trim, wrapped it around the inside, and tied a simple knot. And then I've taken my magnificent maple leaf image from the holiday catalog, it's one of our single stamps, sponged it in crushed curry and then Tangerine Tango, and stamped it. And then I used a sentiment from the Lots of Thanks stamp set, which includes 9 great thank you sentiments, stamped it in chocolate chip, sponged around the edges, and adhered it to my card's front with dimensionals. So let me show you the original card project again. There you go. If you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. It's open 24/7, and you can get there from my blog, www.stampwithginny.com. Thanks for joining me.